Welcome to this week's edition of Sun News at Noon. I'm Stockton Myers.
And I'm Frankie Medina. Thanks for tuning in.
Physical parking passes at Utah Tech University are no more. Instead, parking services now offer a digital parking pass that you can buy online. Every day, parking services scan each and every license plate on campus. And if the license plate is not in their system, a ticket will be issued.
Utah Tech has over 60 clubs. Here are the clubs that attended Club Rush yesterday.
At the beginning of each semester, all of the clubs gather their members and set up tables on the diagonal for Club Rush. Club Rush is a place for new students to get familiar with over 60 clubs we have here on campus. This also is a great opportunity for clubs to gain new members and to make connections between other clubs and/or UTSA members. Utah Tech has a diverse range of clubs from the Black Student Union to Chess Club, Pickleball Club, Swim Club, Rodeo Club, Japanese Club. We even have a club here on campus called Birds Aren't Real. This semester, even Sun News Daily had a table at Club Rush. If you didn't get a chance to see Club Rush this semester, we highly encourage you to come next semester.
If you missed Club Rush yesterday and still have an interest in joining a club, visit blazerlink.utah.tech.edu.
Big changes are happening for the Esports Club at Utah Tech University, starting with their new base of operations. Now located at the bottom level of the HPC, the new esports room is next door neighbors with the rock climbing wall. In terms of size, it's actually smaller than their previous home in the Hazy building. Other than that, the esports club head Danny Finnegan says it's an upgrade in every other way. They've even got a bunch of $300 gaming chairs heading their way. With all of this in mind, I had to ask what the club's plans were for this year, and Danny had this event in mind.
On November 11th, we have a collab event with Admissions and Ken Garff Esports. So we're going to be taking 14 different high schools into one venue, and they're going to bring 2 to 3 teams each, and we're going to compete in Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros., as well as Rocket League. And it's really going to unify the Southern Utah esports scene for the first time in a while. So I feel like I'll get to see a ton of new faces and really attract some to Utah Tech as well.
Sounds like a lot of cool things are in the cards for Danny and his friends this semester.
Utah Tech University is hitting the ground running with its rebranding. With its new change in name, the university had to change all clothing, accessories, and yes, ID cards. The university is offering replacement cards with a new logo for any student wanting a new ID. The cost is $20. You can purchase your new ID at the campus store located on the 2nd floor of the Gardner building. If you still have a Dixie State University ID card, there is no need to purchase a new one as it will still be valid for purchases and entrances.
Talk about active learning, active life. Utah Tech University is going into their next planning stage of its new Innovation District campus. To recap, the campus building is going to potentially cover 183 acres of land near the Desert Color Center. Phase 1 of the Innovation Campus will allegedly be opened by 2026 and will give students the ability to use their applied learning. Although Utah Tech established the Atwood Innovation Plaza just 5 years ago, it is already at maximum capacity. Bringing the Atwood Innovation District will give students more room to grow in their projects and their creativity.
In order to celebrate the first week of school, UTSA put together a week full of events. Here's Madison Dwiggins with a recap on the eventful week.
To celebrate the first week of school as Utah Tech University, UTSA set up an event each night of the week. Here's a recap. On Monday, UTSA set up tents around campus where they gave students free Chick-fil-A for the first day of school. On Monday, UTSA hosted a carnival in the encampment mall. There was a DJ, rock climbing, carnival games, and even some bounce house activities. Tuesday night was the Hey Bestie event. students gathered around tables and answered prompt questions and played games to get to know the people in their group better. And you could even get matching face paint with your bestie at this event. Wednesday was live and local. UTSA invited 4 local artists to come out to campus and play their music for us. Student Body President Devin Rice introduced each artist and even played games with the crowd in between sets. During the concert, students were invited to play cornhole and take selfies at the Live and Local selfie booth. Thursday was Movie on the Lot. Students gathered on the baseball field with blankets and chairs to watch a classic movie with their friends. Before the movie started, UTSA played games with the crowd, and then they handed out popcorn and candy to each of the students. The movie of the night was The Sandlot. Friday night was the foam dance. This was the perfect event for students to dance all night with their friends, and it was a great end to the first week of school.
For Sun News, I'm Madison Dwiggins.
If you missed out on any of these events, not to worry. UTSA has a lot more extravagant events planned for this semester.
I gotta say, that foam dance was absolutely insane though. Did you see that waterfall of bubbles?
I did. I wasn't able to make it, unfortunately, but it seemed awesome.
Yeah. And also, don't underestimate the validity of cornhole. It is dangerously hard to master.
Definitely. I don't think I've mastered it yet.
After the break, we'll check in with Reagan to see what's going on with Trailblazers athletics.
Everyone loves a champion, someone whose performance puts them head and shoulders above the rest. But not all champions wear a medal or hoist a trophy. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. We believe abuse can be prevented by taking a hard look at how we coach, how we train, and how we interact after the last whistle. We have provided over 2 million safe sport trainings. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job, it's our promise.
Welcome back, Trailblazers. Let's dive into everything Utah Tech athletics. Utah Tech University men's soccer suffered a tough 5-0 road loss in their season opener against University of Wisconsin Thursday night. The Badgers got away with 3 goals in the first half, taking the 3-0 lead into halftime. Utah Tech then gave up 2 penalty kicks late in the second half and closed out the game 0-5. The Trailblazers spent their second game of the season also in Wisconsin, this time against Marquette University in a 6-1 loss. Freshman forward Taylor Rogers scored the only goal for the Trailblazers, which was the first of the season and first of his career. Utah Tech will stay on the road for their match tomorrow against UC San Diego. The Utah Tech University women's soccer team opened their season with a 2-0 loss on the road against North Dakota State University Saturday afternoon. NDSU shot and scored late in the first half and again early in the second half to take the 2-0 lead. Utah Tech shot 2 on goal in the final 4 minutes, but despite their best efforts, remained scoreless to close out the game. The Trailblazers took a victory over University of St. Thomas on the road with a 1-0 win on Saturday. Utah Tech's defense held the Tommies to only 6 shots throughout the game. Carly Nyland dominated with the 5 shots and 1 goal. The women's soccer team will continue their road stretch this upcoming week. I had the chance to sit down with Athletic Director Ken Beazer to ask him about his vision for Utah Tech University's athletic department. We'll have more after the break.
Does your heart ever want to escape? Just to see what your eyes are looking at? The land of anticipation is calling. Rise to it.
I'm here with Ken Beazer, the new Director of Athletics at Utah Tech University as of March. Ken, thank you for being here with me today. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. So in a press conference last spring, you talked about visions and goals you have for Utah Tech athletics, specifically our sports facilities, and that's what I want to talk to you a little bit about today.
Okay.
You stated that every facility needs an upgrade. What is your top priority as far as upgrading goes? Are there any set plans?
Yeah, right now the top priority obviously is getting the football stadium done.
For sure.
We have a game in just a few days, home game here. As you can see, we still have a lot of work to be done on that facility, so that's the top priority right now. And then we're immediately moving to an upgrade of our current weight room, the Habibian Center, as we're going to go working on that and upgrading that, putting in a nutrition center. And then my goal is to never let a backhoe leave campus. I mean, we have the backhoe here right now, and I don't ever want it to ever leave campus. So we have upgrades in other facilities that are going to be happening in some of the facilities off campus with golf. We're doing some things out at Black Desert right now, and we're going to shift our focus to, you know, the softball, baseball fields, as well as, you know, the basketball. The Burns Arena needs an upgrade as well, so it's going to just continue to go on.
It's going to keep going, huh?
It is, for sure.
So going back to the football stadium upgrade, that is set to be done before our first home game, correct?
Correct.
Is that still on track, or what's the timeline there?
It will be operable by the first home football game, September 10th. And what I mean operable is we're planning on having the 4th and 5th floors of that stadium done. That's where all the game operations takes place, and all of the luxury seating that we have. The restroom facilities down on the first level, and the flat work, so it's safe access to the stadium, we're looking to have done. But some of the inner workings, the locker room, the medical center, and the equipment room, those are be lagging just a little bit behind. But we do expect to have people sitting in those loge boxes and suites during the game.
It was announced this month that Utah Tech Athletics entered into a 5-year partnership with doTERRA to create a new nutrition center for student athletes.
Right.
That's pretty cool. I'm sure you're super excited about that.
I'm really excited about it.
So what will this nutrition center entail, and how will student athletes benefit from it?
Okay, so that's part of the renovation of the Habibian Center I mentioned just previously. You know, the doTERRA gift is going to help us renovate the weight room, but part of that renovation is designing and building a nutrition center that is going to, I mean, it's going to be a state-of-the-art place in the corner of that weight room there that is going to have, you know, not only just to replenish what you lose during a workout, but also the proper balanced nutrition. We have a nutritionist that's working with us right now to stock that. And, you know, doTERRA, you know, that's their profession, you know, is health and wellness, particularly with the essential oils. And they saw a need for this, and they saw an opportunity, and so they were able to partner with us as we go forward. We're really grateful for them. We also have an individual in the community who doesn't want his name known, but he's already donated $50,000 to stocking that with the proper food and nutrition that our student athletes need. So no longer will they show up at 6 o'clock in the morning not having eaten breakfast, just rolling out of bed and coming and working and then going to class without eating. They'll be able to show up, work out, refuel during the workout session, but also on their way to class, grab some nutrition on the way out and hit class, because there's a period of time after your workout when the benefits of that workout
right,
you know,
it's about 30 minutes.
Yeah, and so we've got to fill that when they head out to class, because after class we lose that window.
For sure, and it's especially important for student athletes while they're obviously splitting their time between school and their sports, and so it's important that they get the proper nutrition and everything they need to feel supported in their endeavors. Coming up right after the break, I'll have more on Trailblazer Athletics.
Hey. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound, yeah.
The Utah Tech University volleyball team kicked off the 2022 season this weekend in the Lumberjack Classic in Arizona. The Trailblazers first took a 4-set win over Northern Arizona. Hannah Howard led the team with 14 kills, and Taylor Lalfiso had 34 assists in the match. Utah Tech started strong in Game 2 and held the momentum to grab a clean 3-0 sweep against Old Dominion. Game leaders included Whitney Nihupali, and Hannah Howard, each with 9 kills. Taylor Lafiso with 25 assists, and McKenna Nelson with 14 digs. This weekend was the first time since 2009 that Utah Tech started the season off with back-to-back wins. The Trailblazers started hot, taking their first set against the University of Michigan, yet couldn't overcome the Wolverines to win the game. Set 3 and 4 were fought hard, but Michigan took the win with large runs that took lead. Michigan controlled set 4 and claimed the match 3-1. Utah Tech ended with 37 kills from 126 attacks with 20 errors for a .135 percentage on the game. The Trailblazers are set to take on Cal State Fullerton in their home opener tomorrow at 6 p.m. at the Burns Arena. The volleyball team will also hold an alumni match at 1 p.m. on Saturday, also in the Burns Arena. It's that time of year, Trailblazers. Utah Tech University football kicks off their season Saturday at Sacramento State. The Trailblazers are 0-1 against the Hornets after their first meeting last year. I'm going to be honest, I'm really bummed that this first game back for Utah Tech football is not at home, but we will catch them in their home opener next week. Who's coming? I'll be there.
Oh, absolutely. I promised our friend Max Christensen, previous sports anchor here at Sun News, that I would be there. Even if I have no idea what's going on, I'm going to be there and I'm going to be cheering my heart out for that guy. So, yeah, absolutely.
I'm on the same side as Stockton. I'll be there, and I'm excited to be back at the Friday Night Lights.
I'm really excited to see Max play. As Stockton mentioned, he was the previous sports anchor for Sun News, so he's a good friend of ours.
I mean, he put us through the ringer. I got to see what all that effort gets him, you know?
He did. Let's see it. Let's see it in action. And that's it for this week's edition of Sun News at Noon.
We will see you here next week, same time, same place.
Have a great week, Trailblazers.